Welcome to Grand Prairie Update. I'm Terry Briggs.
And I'm Don Johnson. Here's what's happening in your city.
A first-of-its-kind contest took place in Grand Prairie as 5 different Texas law enforcement agencies came together to perform and compete at the inaugural North Texas Police Honor Guard competition.
Grand Prairie Police Honor Guard honoring veterans.
The Grand Prairie Police Department's Honor Guard was the host team and competed against teams from Arlington, North Richland Hills, Garland, and the Texas Department of Public Safety in a series of 4 different events. Those events included uniform inspection, flag folding, the posting of colors, and a free-form drill to honor fallen officers. The competition was judged by members of the United States Marine Corps Honor Guard.
The judges are looking for military bearing, making sure that the officers are all in step with each other, making sure that everything is done in accordance with protocol and tradition, flag etiquette, so to speak. I'm a former Marine, so I decided that we'd base this thing on the Marine Corps Drill and Ceremonies Manual. So the flag etiquette and the procedures that they're used to, it made it a little easier on the judges if we did it that way.
Rhodes says Grand Prairie plans to make the competition an annual event and hopes to involve more teams in the future.
Community volunteers are making the Prairie Paws Adoption Center in Grand Prairie more user-friendly. During the past week, workers from the Triumph Aerostructures Vought Aircraft Division have built 5 new shade structures and a walking path at the animal shelter.
It does mean a lot to be able to be good corporate citizens. I think we may have a debate over one of the puppies in there amongst the staff before we get out of here. But we really enjoyed it. It's nice to get out of the plant, to do things for the community. And when you come in and you look at the little faces of the puppies and the cats, you can't help but want to help.
Yeah. And for the finishing touch, they installed several real fire hydrants.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Triumph Vought donated $5,000 for the project, which is designed to make the shelter's exercise area more enjoyable for people to interact with prospective pets.
You got some pretty ass.
And the first 4-legged visitors to check out the job gave it their enthusiastic approval. For more information about the shelter, go online at gptx.org/paws or call 972-237-8575.
So again, you're going to come into here, relax, throat of the grip, knuckles 45 degrees.
The Charlie Taylor Recreation Center was recently transformed into a classroom and archery range for 2 days of intense training. The teachers came from both the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department and National Archery Associations. They were brought in to train more than 24 Parks and Recreation staff members from Grand Prairie and other local North Texas cities. It's all in an effort to keep up with the exploding popularity of the sport of archery.
With the movies coming out, you know, the Hunger Games and all that, the Olympics this summer and everything, archery right now in the DFW area it's a hot topic right now. And we're finding a lot of rec centers that weren't shooting are wanting to, and then the ones that were shooting, their classes are just filling up as soon as they announce the class.
And then release and follow through.
The number one aim of these classes, beyond an introduction to the sport, is to make teachers out of students.
This particular group of instructors is going to be able to go back to their community and train additional instructors so that constant loop will be there and we won't have to always go in and retrain for them, the temporary and seasonal staff, like you would all the other sports.
For hosting the training sessions, the city's Parks and Recreation Department will get $5,000 worth of equipment to use for its archery programs.
The ballot is now set for the Grand Prairie City election on May 11th. In the mayor's race, Ron Jensen and Mark Hepworth face off for the job Charles England has held for 22 years. Both Jensen and Hepworth resigned their council seats to run for mayor. In Council District 1, Barry Anderson, Max Coleman, Georgia Clemson, and Michael Dean Riley II are running for the seat vacated by Hepworth. In Council District 2, incumbent Jim Swafford is unopposed for another term. In Council District 4, incumbent Richard Friegel was also unopposed for another term. In Council District 6, Warren Landrum, Catherine Jane Monette, Joshua Michael Spare, and Jeff W. Woolridge are running for the seat vacated by Jensen. The ballot also includes a measure on the 1/4 cent sales tax dedicated to street and alley repairs. Voters will decide if they want to renew the tax or let it expire. The polls are open for early voting from April 29th through May 7th at various locations. On May 11th, the polls are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. For more election information, go to the city's website or contact the city secretary's office.
So we'll go ahead and file your return.
It's tax season again, and at the Grand Prairie Memorial Library, there's a free service to help the elderly and low income. Once again, AARP is providing professional preparers to help file returns for seniors and folks who can't afford a tax service.
The low-income people get the child tax credits, so that's a little confusing and a little bit tricky, but our software handles all that. And the elderly may come in because maybe the husband died and he took care of all the finances before, and then the poor widowed spouse comes in without a clue, and so we help those ladies.
The AARP Tax Service is being offered Monday and Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. through April 15th. If you plan to use the service, make sure you bring last year's tax return, your 1099 forms, and W-2 statements. For more information, go to the library's website or call 972-237-5700.
That's it for this edition of Grand Prairie Update.
Hope you'll join us next time.